Michael Devers here answering your questions regarding business disruption and COVID-19. So yesterday we had the same question. We answered half of it. So I'm going to repeat the question again today for the second half. What do you see as the long-term and short-term effects regarding our typical business as usual? For example, will the workplace move to all remote? Will meetings move to all virtual? So we talked about the virtual meetings and remote workplace yesterday. Today, we'd like to talk about short-term and potential long-term effects. Before I get started though, if we've learned anything for certain through this crisis, it's that no one is sure of anything. With that being said, as a kind of caveat, one of the short-term effects we're already starting to see are insurance carriers as well as other business partners, maybe those you have contracts or MSAs with. They're asking for your pandemic policy or pandemic plan as part of your larger business continuity policy. So if you have that in place and ready to go, great. If not, it is something you will want to put together very quickly. There are great examples of it online that you can use as a starting template and then make adjustments for your specific business situation. Medium-term effects. Any business that counts on crowds or really thrives on crowds and packing people in, they're going to see some significant changes likely in the short and medium term. Specifically, I've heard and seen stories of both Disney parks and the big players in the casino world, Las Vegas, for example, and MGM, starting to make adjustments from the moment they shut the doors in anticipation of a different environment when they're able to reopen. Think, for example, of a craps table and what that looked like pre-COVID-19 and what it will likely look like post-COVID-19. I don't know exactly what the differences are, but I know there will be some significant differences in the approach. For the long term, at the onset of World War I, when the US government started drafting new enlistees, the state of their dental hygiene was so terrible that they actually labeled it a national security risk. At that time, it's estimated that 7% or less of Americans brushed their teeth regularly. Now, if you heard that stat, you probably just thought to yourself something along the lines of gross. It's so normal now and such a part of the daily routine, or more than once per day, that it seems unfathomable to us that less than 7% of people brush their teeth regularly back then. So with that as a framework, I don't know exactly what the changes will be going into the long term regarding COVID-19, but I would imagine it will be something that people looking back 100 years from now won't be able to fathom either. They won't imagine how we were able to go through our day without whatever that change is, how we did that pre-COVID-19. I hope this has all been helpful. If you have a question specific to your business, you can drop it in the comments below. You can send me a direct message or visit me online at michaeldevers.com, where I share crisis leadership information every single week. Thank you very much.